Hey guys, it's Dane down at ZIMM'S Guitars. Now this guitar that just came in, it needs to be repaired. It needs to be set up. It's a Cort. What is that? Matt Guitar Murphy? I think that's the guy. So you can see it's in pretty dusty shape. I think I can shine it up. For some reason it's got a weird bridge on here. I think I can shine this thing up and make a nice plain guitar out of it. So let's throw it up on the bench and let's get started. Here we go. Alright, so we got to go through every step here. The first step is to check the electronics. Not too bad. There's a little bit of dustiness in there. And the output jack feels pretty good. So we've got electronics. So I think at this point I'm going to go right ahead and pull the strings off. And then I got to dig through my parts and see if I've got gold plated. Let's get these strings out of here. Oh, these are strung up backwards. Yeah, the strings right here, they were spun around this way instead of around this way. But that don't matter. They're going to be off of here in a second. Our tailpiece seems really secure. Ah, there we go. See if I can get this string out of here. There we go. So just your basic stop bar. Doesn't say anything on it. Looks like it's still in good shape. Okay, let's dig through this little parts bin and take a look if I've got anything in gold. And it doesn't look like it. So, I got other boxes full of stuff. Okay, so digging through parts, I found this bag. So let's see what's going on with this. Okay, that should be fine. This looks very similar. Okay, so let's lift this off of here. And this is kind of a Gibson style where you don't have a straight edge screwdriver where you can adjust this. All you've got are these little thumb wheels down here. So let's take these apart here. So this has been converted and they're black. Okay, so these things, these aren't going to just fit down in there because that's what this would fit right here. So I think we might need to find actual Gibson parts that fit down in there. So let's keep looking. I got tons of parts laying around. Thanks to you guys for donating a lot of parts. But let me keep digging. Okay, so I think I might have found one. So let me put this stuff back in here. And let's take a look inside this bag. So some of you guys might recognize this because one of you guys you packaged this all up and you sent it to me. Look at this. This might just do the trick here. Nope, it's too small. This might be challenging. We might have to use the black ones. And then maybe just drop this on top of the black. That's probably what we're going to have to do here. Which is unfortunate. Now I might be able to get these completely off of here and no. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to do this. There we go. I mean, it's a little off because these are black, but these pieces won't fit in there. Got some good stuff here. Let me keep browsing. Maybe I got something. But if not, it's going to have to stay like that. But that's better than having the black piece on here. Okay, I think I might have found some. We got to see if they fit. They're kind of tight. Maybe put a little bit of 3-in-1 oil down in there. Yeah, those are good. So we can end up with this. There we go. So I'm going to take that all back apart and clean it all really well. And then we'll be good. It looks a lot better than having just a single black one on there. So let's just take this all back apart and clean the whole top of this guitar really well. So this pickup is down in there deep, so I'm going to try to raise this thing. And hopefully it's on there nice where it won't fall back down in. There we go. So that looks good. Alright, so what I'm going to use now is some Guitar Juice Tonic. Today's video brought to you by Guitar Juice Tonic. No waxes, no oils, spray it right on the guitar. Made right here in the USA. Get yourself Guitar Juice Tonic. Okay, I'm just going to spray a bunch of this on there. Let me grab a microfiber pad. And spray it on the cloth and then spray it on the guitar body. And even get some up here on the neck. And start cleaning that neck. I've had a lot of luck with this stuff so far. Sometimes it's the funnest part of a guitar restring is just shining this thing up. So you see a little something right there. I'm going to scrub on a little bit.
used stuff, so we have all sorts of cool inventory that you can't find there.
Get up here on the headstock a little bit. So this is a matte guitar Murphy model. And you can see on the truss rod cover there what it says. And he was in the Blues Brothers, I think. So he got famous from the Blues Brothers. That's the way I know of him. Blues Brothers. Let me snug these tuners down. This is the second one of these guitars models that I've had. I've had these matte guitar Murphys. I've had one prior to this one. So there we go. Let's get up here and clean the fretboard really good. Okay, so I always throw a little bit of Music Nomad F1 oil on rosewood necks. You don't really need to do that on maple necks. And then I've got this old sponge that's just about ready to get thrown in the trash, but I use this as an applicator. And so this F1 oil, it soaks in for a little while, and it hydrates, and it helps me to get the dirt off of here. Look at these inlays on here. We got square inlays with a little abalone insert diagonally set in there. This was a kind of a high-end guitar, I think, back in the day. I can look on Reverb and see what they're bringing. That's how I basically price everything, is based on what stuff sells for on Reverb. I don't sell stuff on Reverb, but I use Reverb for price guides. Okay, and then you just take another cloth and you just clean all that off of there. So this guitar, I don't think it was played well. I do see a little bit of some fret wear on the second fret right there. It looks like under the G string it had a little fret wear. But not very much. So it does have a small amount of fret wear. These frets look good. There's a little, maybe a little right there, a little bit on that second fret. Somebody was playing some open chords on this guitar. And then just clean all that off of there. And then a lot of times I'll take a fret guard and a little bit of sandpaper that I have folded over. We just hit these frets just to smooth them out a little bit. Get the dirt off of them. I'm not trying to level or crown or anything like that. Just kind of a cleaning process here to make these frets look nice and shiny and ready for resale. Not too bad. Again, a little bit of fret wear right there. Today's string choice. Alright guys, today's string choice. We're going to roll with some SIT Powerwow Nickel 10 through 46. I've already opened them up. Here they are. SIT, Stay in Tune String Company, made in good old USA. Out of, I believe, Akron, Ohio. They are value strings. They're a good price for American strings. So this is a 10 through 46 set. There we go. And again with my Ernie Ball powered peg toe string winder that I use. Yeah, and so let's just see if I can get both of this in there. There we go. I'm up here. There it is. And then this, now I haven't checked the neck for relief, and I haven't adjusted this. I have it down pretty far. So we'll put some strings on it, and then we'll do some adjustments.
So how much, 500? That'd be much, yeah. That probably have to work out, but that sounds really. That's beautiful. And then, so.
Yeah, so this is the G string. Yeah, so I just made an order of SIT strings. So I have 9, 10s, and 11s in the electrics. And I also have a good supply of String Joy strings down here now. And of course I have a ton of Ernie Ball strings. And I just made another order of Ernie Ball, a bunch of the Earthwood acoustic stuff. So I have a whole bunch of Earthwood acoustic stuff. So we got plenty of strings down here for sale. And I try to keep a good variety of different brands. But I've told myself in the past, if all I had was Ernie Ball strings, I would still make a living. I could still do it. And then this is the B string. And then in this pack we got the D string and the high E string. The string winder's getting a little noisy. Okay. There we go. So let's throw a tuner on it up here. I just have a little snark that I'm going to use. And we're just going to get it somewhere close. These tuners are really snug. Okay, I can already tell that we're way too low. So before I get too much string tension on here, let's raise it up a little bit.
Too Hot to Handle, that was my lead song in 1981. That was what we opened with. Well, yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay, let's do this. Well, let me just throw it up on my knee for a second. Let's just see how it feels. A little bit high. So let's just do this one more time. There we go. A little bit there. A little bit there. Thumb bleeders. Let's give it another try. The thing is, I don't have to worry too much about a setup. I want to get them close. I want to get it to where it's not buzzy. But I also, a lot of guitar players, the more experienced guys, they buy guitars from me all the time, and they go ahead and they set them up the way they like them, right? So this one feels pretty darn good. Here we go. The Matt Guitar Murphy, there it is. Kind of PRS style, I would say. All gold hardware on there now. Everything works fine. String height is a little low. The strings will definitely need to be stretched out a little bit, but it has that brand new set of SIT strings, and we've got it in standard tuning. There's a lot of times I'll put a guitar down here at the store, I'll put it a half step down or something, and guys will sit down and play and they'll immediately start tuning it. So it doesn't do you any good to put any of your guitars that you're selling in any other tunings, because guys will just come in, sit down, and immediately tune it and put it in standard. Little tiny bit of noise in the potentiometer. I probably should have sprayed that out. Sometimes it'll work itself clean. But it sounds intonated nicely. But this one is for sale, and again, I want to thank all my viewers, because you were the guys that sent me these parts. And so without you guys sending me free parts all the time, I wouldn't have been able to just throw this together real quickly. So again, thank you for that. Thank you for watching the videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Go buy a guitar.